In the beginning, there was nothing. Zero, a void, an absence that defied the understanding of ancient civilizations. A concept so simple yet so powerful that would eventually bring the even most advanced technology to standstill. 4,000 years ago, in the cradle of civilization, the Babylonians laid the foundation of mathematics. But even they, the masters of numbers, chose to ignore the void. They left gaps in their calculations, reluctant to give form to this emptiness that zero represented. In their minds, the void was too abstract, too dangerous. Centuries passed, and the Romans, the architects of empire, continued to build their world without zero. Their numerals were sufficient for trade and conquest, but as numbers grew large, the absence of zero became a silent hindrance, a gap in their knowledge that would never be filled. The Greeks, too, brilliant in their pursuit of knowledge, shunned the void. To them, zero was an anomaly, a philosophical enigma, rather than a practical tool. Their advances in geometry and logic were monumental, yet they left a gaping hole in their understanding of the universe. Europe, in the Dark Ages, followed the path of its predecessors. The absence of zero was felt in every calculation, every tally. The void was ignored, feared, and even misunderstood. But the world was on the cusp of change, a change that would come from the east. Far from Mediterranean, in the lands of India, something extraordinary was taking shape. Indian mathematicians, bold and innovative, dared to confront the void. They did the unthinkable. They gave it a symbol, a place in the world of numbers. Zero was born not just as a placeholder, but as a number with its own identity, its own power. But Indian scholars did not stop at merely recognizing zero. They ventured further, exploring operations that could be performed with this newfound number. Brahmagupta, in the 7th century, laid down the arithmetic involving zero, rules that would form the bedrock of future mathematical developments. Brahmagupta's work was groundbreaking. He defined zero as the result of subtracting a number from itself. He introduced the rules. A number subtracted from zero leaves its negative counterpart. A number added to zero remains unchanged. But his most controversial idea was the concept of dividing by zero, a number that would puzzle mathematicians for centuries. Brahmagupta declared that any number divided by zero was undefined, yet he left the door open for future inquiry. Bhaskara too, another towering figure in Indian mathematics, further redefined these ideas. He emphasized the importance of zero in calculation and explored its role in algebra and equations. The Indian scholars understood that zero was not just a symbol, it was a powerful tool that could simplify the most complex problems. The knowledge of zero, this revolutionary concept, spread like wildfire in the ancient world. The Arabs, masters of their trade and scholarship, embraced it wholeheartedly. They called it cipher, the empty. Through their hands, the void that was once feared became the cornerstone of new era in mathematics. And so, through the hands of Arab scholars, zero made its way back to Europe. But this time, it was not shunned. European scholars, inspired by the works of their Eastern counterparts, began to see the true potential of this strange, empty symbol. Zero, once feared, now became the key to unlocking the mysteries of universe. From the void came the birth of algebra, calculus, and modern science. Equations balanced and heavens were mapped, and the world advanced to new age of understanding. Zero was no longer a fearsome void, but a tool, a bridge between the known and the unknown. Even in this age of enlightenment, the void held its dangers. The smallest error, the slightest oversight, could bring entire systems crashing down. And nowhere was this more evident than in the heart of one of the most powerful machines ever built. In 1997, The USS Yorktown, a symbol of American might, a fortress on the seas, armed with the latest technology, her systems were near flawless, but in the heart of this steel giant, a ghost from the past lay dormant, waiting. Just a line of code, a simple calculation, and when zero entered the equation, it was as if ship's very soul had been ripped apart. Engines groaned, systems failed, and the mighty Yorktown was brought to its knees, not by an enemy, but by the void. Zero, the harbinger of chaos. From the mysteries of the ancient world to cutting edge of modern technology, it has always been there, a reminder that even the smallest void can bring the greatest power to its knees. In the end, it's not the things that we have define us, but the voids we fear to face. History has written to zero, and it will continue as long as we dare to divide by nothing. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.